Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. How are you all? Thank you so much for being here. Okay, we're doing another soulmate connection, twin flame connection video. Thank you so much for all your comments on the previous video, on the first one that was done. As I have said to all of you, I'm not going to be putting the date on these videos because these are sort of like timeless. So when you view the video, that's when it's important for you. The message is important at that time. Now, what I'd just like to say before I actually start to take the cards on this, and I'm using the same cards that I usually do, that I will be usually using. Sometimes I will be adding extra cards, other times less cards. I will start to number the videos, and that way you know if you've watched the video or not. And this is because there is no date on them. So what I'd like to say is that love is coming in, love is coming closer. It is a very loved up time at this time. We are in Leo season. Doesn't matter though if you watch this video when it's the season of Virgo. If you watch this video then, whenever it is, it's going to resonate for you. So love is in the air. I feel it's very near in the future. It's just around the corner. Conversations, communication should be happening, I feel, because usually with readings like these, why we're watching tarot, probably because we're looking for answers. The fact that there are that you don't have the answers means that there hasn't been much communication for whatever reason. So, dear people, my beloved friends and fans, let's take the reading as we did last time. Okay, so I'm using the tarot first, the tarot deck, the Twin Flame Journey Tarot. First, I'm taking 3 cards at where are you in this relationship? And we have the Tower, Divine Intervention. Beautiful. I personally love the Tower. And the Tower is Scorpio. I see it as Uranian energy as well. Why? Because it's very sudden, it's very drastic, it's very quick. And we've got very strong Uranus energies right now, as Uranus just turned retrograde about 2-3 days ago. Nevertheless, the Tower is also Scorpio. Okay, many people see it as the sign of Scorpio. So the Tower I usually see as the divine intervention happens for a reason, and that is because you are not on the right path. So there are major changes, major shifts, quick shifts coming into your life. And you're shifting into the Ten of Pentacles, ultimate achievement. Glorious, absolutely glorious. And we've also got the Magician, manifestation tools. Wow, now this is the position of you. I always say that you can reverse the roles, so keep that in mind. Let's see where the other person is. So this is your partner. Okay, we've seen that you suddenly there is a shift of abundance, of prosperity. 10 of Pentacles can mean money. It's an achievement. It's a family. It's an inheritance. And then we've got the Magician. The Magician is Mercury. And Mercury is in direct motion at this time. So there is, as I said, communication will be happening. There are new beginnings. It's as though you've got 2 aces here, because the 10 of Pentacles can break down to a 1. 10s are completions. And when I see a whale, I see a lot of strength here. But it's ultimate happiness with 10 of Pentacles, a lot of stability. So there is some sort of a completion. Suddenly you complete something that maybe you did not expect that you would complete so quickly, because the Tower is quick energy, right? So, and this is with the help of the divine. So you've obviously you've done your work. You've been really good. And I see that, the divine intervention that is happening says to me that, and it reminds me of Saturnian energies. When you've put in the effort, when you've done the work, the prosperity comes in and the manifestation. Okay, and this can be in relation to love. It can be in relation to business as well, money. Okay, so the magician can do it, whatever they put their mind, whatever they set their mind on, they can do it. They've got the intelligence, they've got the magic. So there is magic in your life, and you know what? I'm gonna say, have a go on the lottery. Play some I don't know, Powerball, Lotto, whatever you like to have a go on. Try your luck. You just don't know. Let's see where your person is in their life at this present time, and also where they are in this relationship. So on your side here, obviously, because yes, this is the soulmate connection, but life is like a domino. One thing leads to another. When we're happy, when we've got the money and we're happy and we're not feeling like the miser, not having enough comforts in our life, then we're not so open to love. So this is amazing here. The magician, as I said, it's Mercury, therefore we've got Scorpio here, we've got Earth, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the magician is Gemini as well as Virgo. So we've got Virgo twice. So they're the signs. Take them as they resonate for you. Let's see your partner. Two of Cups, divine partnership. This is beautiful. Two of Cups is the soulmate energy. Okay, beautiful. It speaks of being two people that are on the same page. They're obviously feeling you. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. Seven of Cups, fantasy and temptation. So more cups, a lot of emotions. If we add these two cup cards together, the Two of Cups and the Seven, that's the Nine of Cups. Now this is Piscean energy. The Seven of Cups is Neptune. Many times it's, Neptune can be very, very disillusioning. The planet Neptune it's gas. There's smoke. It's like walking into a sauna room where you can't see clearly, right? So the Seven of Cups, it does say fantasy and temptation. Why? Because it's usually it's as though we're looking into a shop front and there's 7 cups there with many choices. So it looks as though this person is looking for a serious relationship, but they've got lots of choices. And sometimes with the Seven of Cups, they don't have the clarity, so they're confused about whether you're on the same page as they are. Okay, and they're also fantasizing. And the Two of Cups can also be like they're living in la la land. They really want it. They're actually dreaming about it. They're dreaming about a serious relationship with you. And we've got the Two of Wands, planning and decisions. So this is like being on the verge of change, walking through a new doorway. Okay, now you've got two twos here. Twos are all about balance. They can be about choice, as your partner, the person of interest, has also got lots of choices, but they're on the verge of planning their future forward. It does say planning and decisions. And also it could mean you could be dealing with someone that is, because usually with the Two of Wands, I do see it as Sagittarian energy. It's the visionary. They're looking towards the future and planning their future. Maybe and we've got books here. Sagittarius is all about higher education. They may be tempted with studies or even travel. We've got a lot of knowledge here in all these books. They could be tempted in furthering their education, and that could be what the confusion is here. Because if we're talking about Sagittarius, that's all about foreign places and distant places. So they could be tempted in furthering education, whether this is, and it could even be spiritual studies, it could be any sort of higher education and things to do with spirituality, native cultures, foreign cultures, and learning about the world at large. And this could be what they're tempted with. So is it going to be love, or is it going to be career? Because wands are all about career as well. So let's take the oracle now. We've got the Mystic Moon Oracle. Let's see what messages we take from here. So a lot of ones. Okay, the Tower it's a 16, but it does add up to a 7. 7 for me is the divine. So there is a 7 in both of your cards. Lots of ones here on your side. If this is you, as I said, you can reverse the roles, and 2s on their side. So I would say that for you, you are more of the leader, okay, because the ace is number 1, it's the magician. Let's see. So one can even speak of someone who is quite the individual. They're able, and they don't really mind standing on their own, emotionally, even like physically, like living on your own. You're quite the individual. You're quite able to take care of yourself, but your partner here is someone who likes to be in a partnership. They feel safer and more secure in being in a partnership, in a balanced partnership, obviously. Let's take the oracles, and you have cycles. You also have deception. And we've got separation. Wow. So that's what happened. Okay. Now the oracle is, it's describing how you feel. So how do you feel about them? So you've been brokenhearted. Well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And why I'm saying that is that, first of all, we do have the cycles here, which says that you're going around and around in cycles. Something is repeating. It's like you know what's coming around because you've been through these cycles, just like the moon has its own cycles. Females have their own cycles. So does this relationship. So she's actually holding a flower in her hand. So it's as though she's wanting to, I don't know, she's wanting to make an offer, something to do with a flower, something to do with a rose. And it's the funny thing is that there is quite a bit of red here, and red is the color of, fire. It's the color of love, it's passion, sexuality. And I'm just thinking that with this card here, you had some sort of a surprise. Now, the surprise that you were going to offer may have backfired. because next to that we've got the deception card. And you know, the moon can speak of deception, things that are hidden. Okay? So it doesn't necessarily mean that the deception has come from your partner, not for all of you. For some of you, yes, it could mean that. But the deception can be that a situation, you were deceived by some sort of, I don't know, your intuition. You were deceived by your intuition, maybe, because the moon can mean, it can mean like dreams. It can talk about things that are hidden, things that are unknown. It can also speak of fears. So I'm going to, because the separation card, look at that, and this is how do you feel in this relationship. So I want to take the 3 oracles for your partner before I actually make up my mind about what this means. I've got a feeling that I know what this means, because for some of you, I know for some of you, straight, you're going to say, you're already guessing that, okay, this person has got lots of choices. They've got the 7 of Cups. They can be quite deceptive because the 7 of Cups is Piscean energy. It's Neptune. I'm not saying that all Piscean people are deceiving, but we all have a shadow side. And the shadow side of Pisces can also, apart from deception, it can also be escapism. And 7 of Cups can speak of, yes, it can say that someone is drinking too much. Someone is taking something to drug themselves and numb themselves so they don't feel pain. Okay, so I know that a lot of you are going to say that, you know, this person has got all these choices. So, you know, maybe they've been deceiving and they've been two-timing me, okay, behind my back. And I feel, personally, I feel that this is a fear of yours. And sometimes, you know, when fear gets the better of us, of course it's going to be like heartbreaking. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're all going to separate. Some of you may be needing to, if your partner is planning on traveling to a distant country, to another place, this is obviously going to be some sort of separation because you won't be together. That's for those of you that are together in a committed relationship and you just want to know where you stand. Obviously, the communication hasn't been that good. Some things people are scared to talk about. They're like the skeletons in the closet. They're scared of rejection. They're scared of the truth. And you know, staring at the truth right in the face is what's going to clear up all this mess. You know, and the mess can mean where there is no communication, we can, like, our mind can play games with us and we can like focus on the worst scenarios ever. Okay, so let's see your partner and how they feel about you, how they feel about this relationship or about you if you're not in a relationship. So we've got winter, and winter can mean cold. It can mean that there hasn't been communication and this person is feeling left out in the cold, obviously. Let's see what else. And we've got family. And the family is very similar to the 10 of Pentacles. So let's take another card. And there is reinvention. Your partner is reinventing themselves. So I do feel a fair bit of distance here. Why? Because of the winter card. Okay, usually this does speak of the time of the year, like the season. It can indicate on the season. You might be watching this video in winter. Okay, so what I see here is that the winter card can mean that there is space between you. Okay, there is space. There hasn't been communication. Maybe for some of you, you have felt that this person has been deceiving. This could even be, as I said, where we don't have enough communication. There could be misunderstandings, and I feel seriously here we've got a misunderstanding. Now, even though we're not in Mercury retrograde, okay, I truly feel that there has been a miscommunication here, missed information. Now, with the family card here and winter, your partner might even be off on a holiday to the snow with their family, taking some time out. Okay, doesn't necessarily mean that for all of you that they're going to be ice cold towards you. Now, with the winter card, it does feel like we are talking about air sign here. So it could be any air sign, you know, just like the swords suit, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. They're not people to show fiery and, you know, sexual. They're more about the details. They're more about doing the math and saying this works, this doesn't work. They're very logical. So, you know, you may be dealing with someone who's got strong air in their chart. Now, we've also got reinvention. So it's funny that we've got the suffix re. So this person is reinventing themselves. So the suffix re to me brings up retrogrades. Okay, so when we've got retrogrades, we turn inwards, we redo things, we revamp our lives, we look over the details, just like with the magician. The magician is communication. Now, I'm not reading reversals here, so I have to go by what my intuition is telling me, what I feel. And we've got a few retrogrades in the sky still. Now, you may be watching this video when Mercury goes retrograde again soon, because Mercury retrogrades every 3 months. Whatever the case is, reinvention says that you are looking at your life, you're working on your life, and obviously I'm talking to the cross watcher here. So you're working on your life and doing things around family, doing things for the family, having the support of the family here, because you do have planning and decisions. Now, reinvention can also speak of that we go from, I feel like, from cold to hot. Why? Because when we're talking about love, we're talking about no connection here, no warmth, no comfort, no sharing. Okay, and then we go straight to family. So what I feel here with this partner, this other person, is that there is a moment of pause, a moment of looking, planning for the future, thinking seriously about having a family, seriously thinking about having a family. And this could be the reason why this partner of yours, this love interest, is feeling, that's why you're feeling like this, because you feel as though they're either deceiving you, okay? Your worst fears are coming up, okay? Your worst ever fears are coming up. And if we look at this card here, there is so much black and white. It looks like a dream. It seriously looks like a dream, like you're in a dream state. And then when you wake up, oh my God, I had this nightmare that my beloved, this soulmate twin flame connection that I feel I'm in, that they're either deceiving me or that they're a player and they're not seeing me in a serious way. They don't want family. They don't want to, you know, take our relationship to the next level. But I feel that this is a reinvention. They're reinventing themselves, and they're sort of like seriously planning for the future. That's what I feel here. For most of you, I feel that that's the case. Okay, so let's see, what do you want from this relationship? It's a bit of a silly question, really, because I know what you want. But this will give us more details. So what you want is to share your life with your other half. That's what we all want, and that's why we're here watching this video. So let's look at the finer details about what you want. What do you want from this relationship? Where is it heading? So usually what we give to the universe, our intentions, come from what we want. So we think of what we want, and then we start to act on it. So that's sending our intentions out to the divine, out to spirit. Therefore, that's what we attract. Okay, so let's take 3 cards. 10 of Cups, contentment and joy. Obviously, that is so on point. Who doesn't want those 10 of Cups? Bliss. Who doesn't want happiness on all levels and the ultimate fulfillment in love? Wow. 3 of Swords. Who wants a heartache? No one wants this. Okay. So I'm going to take another card, and I have a feeling that some of you are worried about an ex. Worried about an ex of your partner, because with the 3 of Swords and the heartache, it does speak, the 3 of Swords means that there's been some sort of, could even mean that there's been some sort of breakup in the past. I don't feel with these cards here that you're going through that now. I feel that you've still got if this has happened at some point in the past, and this is not for all of you, as I said, because for a lot of you, this could be miscommunication. For those of you that there was a breakup in the past, because the now position is the Tower, 10 of Pentacles, and the Magician. I truly feel that that's like Pentacles are all about being very stable. It does say ultimate achievement, okay? So with the 3 of Swords, what you want is to be certain that this will never happen again, to be certain that you won't be heartbroken, or to be certain that there is no way that they would go back to their past, that they're closing the door on their past. Let's take another card. And we've got the Star, universal alignment. I really don't feel like there is anything to worry about. And we've got Aquarius here. So we've got the 3 of Swords, Aquarius. We've got quite a few cups here. As I said, we've got Scorpio. I'm also going to mention with the cycles here, it's the moon. So the cycles and the moon is Cancer. And the Star card it's a wish. It's a wish fulfillment, but not only that, the Star can also be a card of healing. Okay, so healing the past, healing those wounds of the past. The Star is also, following that bright star. The Star is Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. And Aquarius is also the 11th house of wishes and dreams. But it's also friendships as well as social media, the internet. Uranus is communication via the internet. So I feel that I did say communication is going to pick up. I do feel that very strongly because the stars are aligning, universal alignment. That's exactly what it says. Let's see where your partner is. What do they want? What do they want from this relationship? And we have concrete ideas, Page of Pentacles. Now with the Page of Pentacles, it's like this page is studying this pentacle and saying, you know, this is what I want to do in my future. This is what I want to be certain about, because pentacles are all about being grounded. It's all about crystallizing something, making it real. It's physical. It's not crap. It's not a dream. It's not a cup. Okay, it's not something emotional. It's something tangible and physical. And again, we've got, you know, pages can be someone who studies. Okay, someone who is looking at their future, they're wanting to build on their future, and it's circling around concrete ideas. Now, the word concrete to me can speak of someone who works within a building industry. They could be a builder, they could be you know, a property developer, an architect, anything surrounding building. Let's take another card. We've got the Knight of Wands, passionate adventure. Not only do they want to grow on their pentacle, and this pentacle obviously can speak of career, but if we're looking at the love relationship, they want something stable and something certain, something that's going to be real. And here we've got the Knight of Wands, which says passionate adventure. They don't only want certainty, they also need passion. So the Knight of Wands is Sagittarian for me. I've already mentioned Sag. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is someone who likes to travel. They don't only want to start building on something with you, they also like to, you know, look at different cultures, travel the world with you. Okay, travel, have a lot of fun. And it's not someone who likes to stick around in one place. So I don't see them as ready actually yet for that family. They are looking at the distant future, yes, but they're not ready to take the next step as concerning engagement or marriage. They still want to, they're still reinventing themselves. So let's take one more. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles, wise investment. So what I see is that their future in business and money is very important to them. Of course, they don't want to go from 0 to 10. They've got the family here, right? Maybe they come from a large family. Maybe they do come from a large family. And I feel that they are sort of like the different one in the family. They sort of stand out. Why? Because we've got the Winter card, which reminds me of Aquarius. Here we've also got the Star card. So they're the eccentric, they're the different one in the family, and they've got plans for their future that they want to make solid and secure. It looks as though they want to be able to provide financially for you. That's when they're going to be ready to take the step for commitment. Now, the Page of Pentacles can also speak of starting a family. Ace of Pentacles can be buying a house, purchasing a house. Wise investment, it's called. So this could be for those of you that your partner has already got their own home, they're wanting to invest into business. So there is someone who wants to be like, wants to provide security for you, and I think that's amazing. So they do want something solid with you. They do want to be certain that this is going to last, okay? Because the Page of Pentacles and the Ace, the Page of Pentacles turns into the Ace of Pentacles. That's beautiful. So let's look at what you're planning on doing. What action will you take, if any at all? And we've got spring here. We have spring, which means that what happens in spring? Spring for love. In spring, love is very, very important. Just like all the the birds and the bees come together, so do humans. Spring is a very fresh You want to have a fresh start. You want to do something that's going to be brand new. Now, this could even be sending them flowers. I see flowers here. Let's see what else we've got. And we've got admired. You want to show your admiration, or you need for them to admire you. You need for them to, you need for them to show their admiration through gifts, through little things. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. Doing, those little things to show your admiration towards them. Or they could be doing this to you, of course. Now, we do have a ballerina here. So the question was, what are you going to do? So this to me says that you are planning something. Now, some of you may be in the arts, whatever you are doing with performances, you may be doing this for your partner. And this could be a surprise that you're planning. I feel that there is a surprise going on here. You are planning something for them, and you want to show your admiration through either gifts, tangible and physical gifts, or actions. And those actions could be so many different things. Okay, let's take another card. And we've got abandoned. So what I feel here with the abandoned card is that you are leaving something behind. And there's that flower again. That's very interesting. Quite a message. This came up before. As I said, you had a surprise. You were planning some sort of a surprise here. But something backfired, something went awry because of miscommunication. Here is the flower again. So I don't know if the surprise is going to be something like you're going to give them the indication that you've jumped ship, you've abandoned something or them, and then all of a sudden, look, there's no one on the chair here. And then all of a sudden, there's that red rose, which is an act of love. It's an act of showing your admiration, your love, your respect, your passion towards this person. That's what I see with this card. But I'm going to take, what I'll do is I'll take a little, I've got these little Marseille cards. They're tarot cards, and I'm going to take a couple of them just for more clarity on that, so I can give you more information. Let's see what your partner is going to, what they're planning on doing, what action they will be taking. And there is an indication here for some of you that are already committed. I feel as though the reinvention that your partner's going through and looking to distant countries, which could have caused the heartbreak, the Three of Swords, maybe that's left you heartbroken. Why? Because you may need to, for those of you that are committed, your partner may have asked you to travel with them, and for some reason there is something that you don't want to leave behind, something that you're leaving behind, which is sort of like putting you in a bit of a difficult position. But I feel that you're going to follow. I actually can see them. They're saying, are you coming with me? And I feel that you will with this, because you've left the chair, you've left the flower here, and you've gone. And where have you gone? I do feel that you are following this person. You are following your your heart. And your heart is where this person is. Let's take it. Let's take the cards. So what are they planning on doing? Summer. Wow. So we go from winter to spring and then to summer. Okay. So again, summer can be the season, but I could see here, remember, this person that with a Knight of Wands card here is someone who likes to go on adventures. Not only like this could be like mixing business with pleasure. Let's see. So summer is like getting heated, getting warm, getting hotter. What are they planning on doing? From winter, they're turning into summer, which to me says that they've sort of made up their mind. They're going for it. Full charge, full steam ahead. And here we've got fear. The fear of the unknown. Summer and fear. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, here we go. And they're still at a crossroads, though. Do you remember how with the Two of Wands up here, they're having last-minute doubts? So what are they going to do? There's something that they are worried about. They've got a fear of making the right or the wrong choice. That's what I see here. It could even be that for some of you, it could be that the choice that this person has got to make is like they're at the crossroads, just like with the Two of Wands here. Now, their fear could be that you may not be deciding to follow them. That could be the fear. And for some reason, because we've got summer here, okay, now this line here, we're in spring. So by summer, something comes up in their life and they're going to be in two minds about something. I will take another card, obviously. It could be as simple as like whatever this Ace of Pentacles is, it does say wise investment. You know, the fear about it may not be the fear about the relationship, because I feel that it's got a lot to do with money here. A lot to do with money and relationship tied in together. Let's take another card on the crossroads. I feel that because there is a lot of similarities. Look at the weather here. Look at the atmosphere. It's very wintry. I feel that it's got something to do with this time here. Something about their feelings. There is some sort, and I don't think it's got to do with the relationship. I don't think that it's that. It's some sort of stressful situation in their own life, I feel, that is coming up here. Okay, and I think that they may have difficulties in making choices. So that again speaks very much to air qualities for me. Okay, because air signs are, they're in their head. They're always thinking, but if I do it like this, then that could be the outcome. There's just a lot of mental stuff going on here. Let's take another card on that crossroads, and then we've got the metamorphosis. I was going to say it in Greek. Metamorphose. It is a Greek word. Anyway, so this is death and transformation. This is the change. So whatever crossroads your partner is at, this is bringing them to major change. Major change. What I'd like to do is I'd like to take one card on this abandoned from your side, your perspective. And we've got forgiveness. Wow. So forgiving and forgetting. Could that be the fear that's coming up for this person, for some of you? Because it's not all relationships are going to be, you know, the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. There are so many of you out there that I'm reading for. And we've got forgiveness with abandoned. Now, this could even be fears around your life, maybe in childhood, maybe back in the days, maybe from a previous lifetime, and this could be Chiron energies, that your fears are coming up in relation to abandonment. Maybe you felt that you were abandoned in some sort of a situation. Okay? And forgiveness, you know, whatever fears we carry with us, whatever childhood traumas we carry with us into adulthood, they can turn into quite the monster when we don't deal with them when we have to, when, you know, soon after the trauma happens. If we're left with the trauma and we don't deal with it, that can be really, really like bring up a lot of stress, a lot of fears. So there is a little bit here and a little bit there. What I see here is that obviously, and with the summer card here, you know, summer can also speak of, you know, fiery energy. Yes, we do have the Knight of Wands here. I did say mental energies here, but doesn't mean that your partner couldn't be a Sagittarius sun with Aquarius rising. So there is obviously, there's fire and there's air. So summer can speak of like hot and cold, because on this side, this person does have cold, hot. We go from cold to hot, and then there's a crossroads. One moment, please. So what this person intends to do, because they have fears coming up at this time, because they're ready to take that next step. They're going through metamorphosis, through much change. Okay, so that's why they're at the crossroads here. The fact that they are coming from the Two of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands for me shows that this person is ready to walk through that new doorway, ready to go on that adventure. They're envisioning their future with you. And you've got the Tower, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Magician, which are ultimate cards. They're amazing. So I'd like to take the little tarot Marseille cards just for a bit more information. So I'm going to look at the abandoned card, Oracle, and the forgiveness from your point of view. Let's see what that's all about. And you have the Sun, which is amazing. And this is the sign of Leo, of course. Now the Sun speaks of course, true love. It speaks of children taking that risk, wanting to have fun as well. Leo is all about the heart. So the sun is going to shine, you know, once we let go and we forgive whatever issues of abandonment you have and you're dealing with, the sun will shine. And that does speak of clarity and healing as well. Let's look at your partner here, the other person. And I don't read reversals. So we've got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess can speak of secrets, but it can also speak of strong intuition. So the High Priestess is another 2. Remember how up here I said there's a lot of 2s? This person is wanting balance. They're wanting relationship. Yeah. Okay. Let's take some more different cards now. What I'd like to do this time, last time I took 3 of the Twin Flame Journey Tarot. This time I would like to take the Lover's Path Tarot. I'm going to take 3 cards from here and see what is going on with this relationship, with this connection. Whether this is in relation to love. Of course, this is mainly a connection in love. But I'm not going to rule out just life in general. So, okay, so that those of you that are not here, that like my work and you like to follow my videos, this way I can give you more incentive to watch these videos if it's not just about love. Okay, so let's see. 3 cards. And we have the 9 of Arrows, which is the 9 of Swords. Actually, I'll put the cards here. And then we've got the 6, which is love. This is the Major Arcana. This is the Lovers. Look at that embrace. Look at that passionate kiss. Okay. So the Lovers is here. Obviously, something to do with head over heart decision. Okay. A little bit shaky before we take that next step. And here we've got the card of Grace, which is number 17, and it's the Star again. Okay, the Star is, again, Aquarius. A lot of Aquarian energy in this reading. Now we are, for those of you that are going to watch this video straight away, we are at the full moon in Aquarius. Full moons are all about culmination and seeing the light. The full moon has the reflection of the sun. Therefore, even though it's the moon, it does reflect the sun's rays, and we do have more light, more clarity, as well as the cycle. You know, there is an ending of a cycle and then moving into a new cycle. Let's take the Moonology cards and see what else we can work out from this reading. So again, we've got the Lovers, which is Gemini. Gemini is present as well as Aquarius. A lot of air, mental energy, a lot. Now the Lovers is it is the twin flame. It is a very, very solid, very important relationship that we're reading here for. Okay, let's take the card that is important for you to hear the messages. And we've got a new start is coming, new moon, beautiful. As soon as we have the full moon, after the full moon comes, slowly builds to a new moon. So this does speak of new moon energies, and new moons are always new beginnings. It's an incentive to start something new. So it's like beginning a new chapter. Let's read from the booklet. It's funny that it doesn't speak about with any signs. Let's see. So we've got, there is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed and you are on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way. Be that on a new or better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles, and you've also got the cycles card there. And you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. And the booklet says here, I'll see it when I believe it. I'll see it when I believe it. It's supposed to be, I'll believe it when I see it, but here it says, I'll see it when I believe it. That's funny. Anyway, a new start is on its way. You'll soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. And forget about the past. Now, the new moon marks the start of the waxing cycle and the midpoint of the dark moon. It's a dark and veiled time when the moon is invisible, and a time of rebirth, just like with the oh my God, just like with the card of metamorphosis. Oh wow, I can't even speak. It's a time that witches do their work, making wishes and laying down intentions for the new cycle, an intensely magical time when it's easier to pierce the veil to other worlds. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that for you. Just taking a last look before I take the messages from the Twin Flame messages from Mystic Moon. Let's take 2 cards on what you have to say to your partner and 2 cards on what they have to say to you. So what are you telling them? Before I forget, on new moons, we set our intentions, we make our wishes. So don't forget to do that when you watch this video. So let's take your message to them. It says, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. And this is probably because of issues of abandonment. And you know, Leo is the child. I think that you need to forgive and forget what happened back then when it did. For each and every one of you, it's going to be different, of course. So this is like a bit of self-doubt here that I see. And that's what happens after being abandoned in whatever situation you were abandoned in. Let's take another card. And it says, I still love you. That's what you're telling your partner. So obviously, some of you have felt that they did abandon you, maybe not physically, maybe they let you down in some sort of a situation. Please write me a comment and let me know what that's about. If this is your story, let's see what your partner has got to say to you. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. So this person is keeping a tab on you. Okay. So what this is telling me is that there has been a breakup. For a lot of you, there has been a breakup, and this person has been looking you up, and that's the Aquarian energy again. The internet, right? Social media. Let's take another card. My heart is telling me, just do it. That's perfect. That's just perfect with the messages from your partner. I was saying that with the card of metamorphosis, which is, you know, rebirth, regeneration. That's exactly what is going on with your partner. They're going through much change, and they're coming out of their fear, and it's saying that their heart is asking them to just move forward, to just take this next step with you, because look at this energy here, and whatever journey you've been through in this relationship, whatever the journey has been, it's been about learning. It's been a lot about learning how to be within a divine union. As I said, your partner is someone who they need to be with someone. They can't stand on their own. Maybe they felt a little bit insecure. The fact that you are more of a dynamic person and you're able to stand on your own, you're quite independent, whereas they need the comfort of a partnership. And maybe they felt a little bit insecure about that, but they're ready to take the next step. Okay, so that's the lesson here, but I do feel that there is a lot of love here. As you could see here, look at that embrace. It's two people that are meant to be together, okay, and two people that are they're made from the same materials. They're made up from the same DNA. There is a very strong connection here. Even though we did not have the soulmate or the divine, I should say the twin flame card today, I feel that there are a lot of cards that are speaking of a strong connection here. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the Magician, 2 of Cups. These are soulmate energies. 2 of Cups is the soulmate card. The Lovers, same sort of energies, okay? So it's like a healthy balance, but it did get to a point where it got a little bit shaky, but that's what happens when people are ready to take the next step. Now, it doesn't mean that you're all ready to go to church and get married, but there is commitment here. That's what I see. So there are new beginnings, new cycles. All right, everyone, I do hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for your support, for your love, for your comments, for all that you do. It makes, tickles my heart every time I get a comment from you guys. I really am so happy and so thrilled at the comments that I'm getting from all of you. I feel the love. Thank you so much, and this is me giving more love to you. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you very soon, because the next readings, the mid-month readings, so from the 21st till the end of the month, that will be the second reading for the month of August. So look out for those in the next few days. All right? Until then, stay well, stay blessed. Lots of love to you. Bye-bye.